Hi, welcome to Strengthening and Stretching with me. I'm Angel. I've got distracted by something on my phone there. I'm going to do a quick run through of some of my daily yoga routine, and I thought I would invite you to join me if you feel like it. As you can see, I'm not dressed for the occasion at all, and it's a good time to remind you you don't have to wear any special outfits or do any special routines even to check in with your own body. Give yourself a little extra love, little extra stretching, little extra strengthening. As you see, I'm oddly bundled up today. I went out earlier for my walk, so I still got my boots on and my fuzzy, comfy, warm vest. But yeah, before I get to the next part of my day, I'm just going to do a really quick run through of a sequence that I did a longer breakdown of yesterday, actually. And so just to talk to you about it, I'm working on my Yoda. I said that last time too. Working on my Yoda and my yoga certifications both at the same time. And I'm doing pretty well, but I'm hung up on the words, the Sanskrit words in particular, but also the difference, the D's and the G's sometimes get me. And I know you can't read this because it's backwards in that camera, but on here I have the names of some of the poses that I'm working on, specifically for my digestive tract. So, a lot of poses are multifunctional, but that's what I'm focusing on right now because I'm having some digestive issues and stress issues. And I'm going to be doing the cat-cow, which is also called Marjari Asana and Bitilasana. The cat part is Marjari Asana and the cow is Bitilasana. And that's a sequence back and forth flexing the spine. Good, again, for all the organs and the spine. And then I'm going to do downward facing dog, which is Adho Mukha. You can see it backwards there. And then I'm going to do, I actually shouldn't say then because I'm not going to necessarily stick to these in order, but I'm going to try to throw in child's pose, which is Balasana, supine twist, Supta Matsurinder Asana. I said that wrong. Bridge post, Setu Bandha Saravang Asana, extended puppy pose, Uttana Shishosana. I'm going to keep working on it. This is what it is to practice and keep learning and practicing till I get better. So again, there's not one way to do it, although there are better ways and worse ways. First of all, I really encourage you to just stay tuned into your own body and listen to your own body. I'm going to start in the tabletop position here and try to keep my shirt from doing inappropriate things. All right, so hands under shoulders, knees under hips, tabletop position. So long through the spine, out the top of the head, out the tailbone. And then with my breath, I'm going to go from the cat or Marjariasana to the cow, Bitilasana. And I'm going to add the breath. I'm going to come back to tabletop. I'm going to tuck the toes under and lift the hips and come into downward facing dog or Adho Mukha. Pressing into the hips, fingers wide, spine as straight as possible, and tipping the tailbone toward the back of the head, similar to that Bitilasana or cow pose. I'm going to tread the heels a little bit, alternating one and then the other. actually going to add a little counter stretch here, coming into a Cobra pose. Just dropping the hips. Release those toes. That just feels good in my body right now. Lining the belly, just relax. This wasn't on my list, but my body's leading me to do that, so I'm going to do that. And then coming back on the knees, I'm going to move them forward just so you can see. I'm going to come into this child pose, which is just folded up with forehead on the floor, or like to one side, or straight, whatever's comfortable. Just relax for a couple breaths. That's Balasana, child's pose. And from here, I'm going to come up and then bring my hands onto my heels and push forward with the hips into that bridge pose, Setupana Saravang Asana. I'm sure I'm not saying that right, but I'm going to keep trying. And a lot of times I would come into this the other way, and I'm remembering now that yesterday I kind of tweaked my shoulder doing this, so I'm doing a pretty modified, not a very great demonstration version probably, but that's okay. Again, listen to your own body. I'm going to come up out of that before my arms start screaming at me, and then I'm going to come into the extended puppy pose, which, keeping about this 90-degree angle here, I'm going to reach out with the arms in front and sort of like the downward facing dog, but from the knees now. And this is Uttana Shishosana. That's fun to say. Uttana Shishosana, or extended puppy pose. And that's like butt in the air, 90-degree angle. I'm going to have to read up more on this one, but it gives me a nice stretch through the shoulders. Just going to actually relax into that for a little bit. And then coming back to a seated position, and I'm going to lay down and do a little bit of that supine twist, laying on the floor. I'm going to bring both legs down flat for a minute and just relax. I'm flapping my feet with my heels a little bit connected so that it kind of jiggles my whole body and really just sort of relaxes the spine. It's a move I like to do on the floor, a little jiggling. And then I'm going to bring up the left knee and bringing the left arm over far to that side. I'm going to bring that left knee over to the right, twisting through the spine. This is actually a different move than I was just looking at, or it's a version of it actually, because you could also do this with both legs bent, and I think that's the version that I was looking up, so I'm not sure if the Sanskrit word is correct. Anyway, we'll come back up to center and bring the other leg up, hug the knees to the chest a little bit. I like to give the low back a little bit of a massage by circling around. Circle around the other way. And I'm going to do the other side the same way, extending that long leg, reaching to the other side with the arm, and then letting that knee drop to the opposite side for a nice twist through the spine. If it's more comfortable, keep your knees bent. That's totally fine as well. I'm going to modify that stretch on my arm because I'm having a little bit of a tear going on there talking to me, so listen to your own body, adjust accordingly. It's not about forcing anything. It's about checking in with love and encouraging. I like to think of that. I'm encouraging my body, letting it know that I have things I want to do. And so I'm encouraging it to push a little bit out of the comfort zone, but also not forcing anything. I'm going to just give these ankles a little rotation while I'm here, because that feels good, and I can Look at my cool boots. I do like these boots. It's just gotten cool enough to put on the boots again. Anyhow, there you have it. A very casual, under 10-minute, quick digestive system stretching session. And of course, modify according to your own needs and desires and likes. And you can make it longer or shorter. But that gives you some, 6 basic moves, plus with a few extras in there that can really help keep your digestive system healthy. Something I haven't been doing a great job of, so I'm making that top priority from here on out, or at least for a while, till I forget, huh? Anyway, let me know if you have found any value in any of this. If you have any questions or comments, give me a like, subscribe, check out the description for ways you can support me and connect with me. If you're into that sort of thing, thank you for being you. Thank you for letting me be me. Yeah. Stay curious, stay courageous, stay fit, stay free. Ciao for now.